Happy Thursday. We are late because I can't choose a color palette and Anna wouldn't put my microphone on me. But welcome to the Oak and Lamb YouTube channel. My name is Becca Oaks. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. Miss Rachel Webb is one of the voices you hear, and if Anna mics up, you might hear another one. They are both owners and craft educators here as well. And we're making a cute little craft today, and I'm so excited. I've gotten these Sarah Clark color palettes out, and I'm sort of in over my head here because there are so many that I want to do.
Okay, I'm going to turn you right back down if you can't quit wheezing.
Anna is wheezing because she has mic'd up and put her mic on a blanket that is wrapped around her arms. I assume that's why she's actually wheezing. Anyway, we are making, I've got to quit looking at these. They're so beautiful. Do you guys know what these are, these color cubes are? First of all, I don't use these nearly enough. I'm so excited to use them today. If you need color inspiration, if you need color pairing inspiration, these color cubes are phenomenal. There are 500 color palettes, and you can give them a quick look-see overhead, Rachel. They each card has a picture with color swatches on it, and when you flip it over, it has the actual hex code and variations of that, and they're just so beautiful. I'm absolutely obsessed, and they do have numbers on them so that you can keep them in order, which is what I'm trying to do right now. 79. Okay, 78. There's 2 volumes of them. You can also get them digitally. We have links for these if you're interested in them at all. But I am making a cute little gift bag. Look at this gift bag that I just...
Move your phone. It's trying to focus on your phone.
Okay. That I just put together. Look at this. It's for a gift card. And also, I mean, you could put little things in this. It doesn't just have to be for a gift card.
Jewelry.
Jewelry.
Candy.
A lip gloss.
Balm.
Yeah.
A lip
balm.
Ooh, if you have somebody that's having a baby, teeny tiny itty bitty baby shoes.
Oh, that's adorable. My Fallon gave out these little softball bracelets and necklaces to her teammate, and it would have been so cute to make this with the diamonds, their logo all over it. So on top of making this cut file, which is available on the website right now to all Oak and Lamb members, and I'm going to go to the website today and show you how to download a cut file because it is a little bit different than normal. We are also making custom paper. Look at this paper. It says Pearson Brooks all over it. It's so cute. Pearson is my youngest. And I used a color palette to create this. We're going to print it out. Now, you don't have to do this. You can just use regular cardstock if you want to be boring. Then you can totally do that.
It always shocks me. Oh.
You could also do like a repeating pattern or something like that and print it out. But I'm looking at these. Look at all these color palettes. I was thinking maybe this one for Fallon. I'm eventually going to make...
I like that some have 5 colors and some have 6.
Yeah.
I like that there's differences.
Should I do one for Fallon or should I do one for Harrison?
You've already done one for a boy. Let's
do a girl. So we're going to do this one?
I win.
The problem is I haven't gotten to look at all 500 swatches, and I feel like maybe I'm missing out a little bit.
No, I think I love that one for Fallon, but I also love that red and blue and green for Bex.
This one for Bex and this one for Harry? Or should I do a totally different one for Harry?
No, Harry, I'm not sold on Harry. Give me the box. I'll find one for Harry.
Okay, well, can you keep them in order, please?
I'll try my best.
I'm just 89. He loves brown. You know, brownie is his favorite color, so make sure it has some mossy brown or something. That's why I liked this one. It had umber in it. Okay, so here's both of those.
No, okay. Anna hasn't shrunk. She's just in a chair, people.
Yeah, well, that's enough for you. So for this project, I'm using copy paper. I'm going to use a thick cardstock as well. So like a almost craft board, 120-pound cardstock. And that is for a couple of things. One, it's for the little tag here. And 2, it has some stabilizers in this part. You could also do a stabilizer on this bottom. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Could easily do that. I might do that in a little bit. We'll see. And then I just have...
When you fold it, the names perfectly line up.
Well, I mean, I didn't... What are you... That is
How
crazy.
Cute.
It's like I meant to do that, but I didn't at all.
How cute.
I'll never be able to do that again. That's so funny. Anyway, and then I have some string, which I don't think is going to go. It would go with this one. I may have to use jute for Fallon's, even though I hate jute. I know. It's okay. Is there any more of this, but like in a natural cotton color?
You can ask the assistant of the producer, which would be Anna.
The assistant of the producer? She's huffing into the microphone right now.
My back hurts.
Yeah. And then we're also going to be using some adhesive, some paper adhesive. I have the ATR gun because our ATG gun is out of adhesive, and I'm a little bit butthurt about it. I've got to be honest. I might grab my Barely art glue. Let's see about that.
Patrice says, hey there, flock friends, watching and working.
Hey, Patrice, how are you?
Would this match Fallon's?
No. I need something thin because it has to go through the hole in the tag. It needs to be like butcher's twine or something like that. Okay, so first of all, Rachel, let's go over to our, actually, let me just look and see who's here first.
Sure.
Christina, Scott, Penny, Terry, Linda, Marie, Rach, David, Kat, Lorraine. I'm getting ready to start duplicating Nikki.
I love your nail color.
Thank you.
It looks more purple now.
I know. It's very interesting. I like how it changes. Okay, so let's go over to the website.
You'll have to plug her in.
Yes, I will. And I'm going to show you how to download a cut file. We're going to go to oakenlamb.com. So it is a little bit different. We are still making some updates, so we have this amazing excuse our dust warning for you. So to download a cut file, if you are already logged in, you just come up to cut files. If you are not logged in, you'll need to log in. If you are not already a member, you need to click join now, which is right here. And what does membership at Oak and Lamb get you? Join us now. Yeah. It gets you access to our entire library of cut files, which we'll look at in just a second, with free commercial use license. And it also gets you education on Cricut, Glowforge, home decor, sewing, sublimation, woodworking, embroidery, so much more. And then it also gives you access to our member-only content, as well as our private Facebook group and member-only courses. So we have a couple of courses. We can look at them right here. The courses that are included in the membership are the O&L Cricut Academy and the O&L Cricut Joy Academy. So if you have a Cricut and don't know how to use it, be glad you found us. We're going to teach you start to finish how to use that Cricut. Like I said, these two courses are included in the membership. We also have an Illustrator course that is not included. It is an additional purchase. So if you are interested in learning how to make cut files or do what we're doing today, there's all sorts of education on it. But the courses do have a printable handbook. And then it has, how many, do you remember, is it 22 videos, Rachel?
It's at least 20.
Yeah, for this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lots. Everything that you need to learn, from opening your Cricut to setting up your Cricut to learning terminology to
everything in design space,
making your projects,
supplies that we recommend for beginners, everything.
Yes, it's all here. So check that out. But for cut files, we're going to come up here. And this is what we're still working on. So give us some grace here. But our search bar right now, we're getting the kinks worked out. Right now, if you type in a word, it only brings up the word from the actual title instead of the tags. But we do have some other searchable options right here too. But the cut file that we're using today is this 3D gift card bag. So what you're going to do is press Get It Now, or click on the actual cut file. And you have to press View Cart because it goes into your cart. So it's sort of like you're checking out. So you can see it's right here in your cart. Now we're going to press Proceed to Checkout. You can see it says $0 because all members, the downloads or all of the cut files are free for you. So go to Proceed to Checkout. It's not going to ask for credit card information. It's not going to ask for anything like that. And right here, it gives you an explanation of what is going on. So It says all cut files are included in your membership. There's nothing to pay for here. Using this process allows us to create a way for you to keep track of your downloaded cut files. So it allows you to keep track of that. It also is a safety for us, for somebody who might say, I downloaded this membership, or I purchased this membership. It wasn't for me. And then we can go back and be like, well, you downloaded this, this, and this. So it's good for everybody. You have access to the files that you've already downloaded, and then we have a safety net as well. So again, you're not putting in any credit card information or anything like that. You just press place order, and the cut file goes to your downloads. It's thinking.
And we did have, I love honesty, okay?
Yeah, I do too.
And Mr. Smith, David Smith, said, I'll be honest, I've been a member for around 10 months and haven't downloaded any files or been on the site that much because it seemed a bit confusing to me.
Okay.
I said, thank you so much for your feedback. And of course, we know we've had an overhaul. There's been a lot of changes. Also, Mr. Smith, if you have a Facebook account and you join our Facebook group, that is a phenomenal place to ask any questions that you have and get a lot of insight into the membership and to, be inspired on how you can use their cut files. And you can always email us hello@oakenlamb.com with any problems. It is literally, it's heartbreaking to know that anybody has a membership and doesn't feel confident enough to use it. That's the opposite of what we want for you. So, absolutely.
And what I was going to say is, because we have done this website overhaul, we pretty much have control of the entire website now, and we can change things. So, and we'll, as we go through and as we use the website and navigate it, there are things that we're going to be like, you know what, that doesn't really work the way that I want it to, or members will be like, I wish this worked this way, and we'll be able to change those ourselves instead of having to outsource that, which I'm very excited about.
And like literally, you all give us the money to stay afloat, so we listen to you. We want to make sure we're accommodating you guys and hearing your wants and your needs as far as the membership that you pay money for. So that's what we're here to do.
Anyway, so once you've checked out with those downloads, and you can do multiple at one time. You don't have to just do one. You can add like 10 or 20 or 100 or whatever, however many you want to your cart and check out. And then you're going to come back up here to cut files where it says my downloads. Press my downloads, and then that is where your cut files will be. Now, the cool thing about this is they stay there. So it's not like, in 6 months when I come back to this, that it's only going to just have the most recent one that I've purchased. It will have everything. So right here, 3D gift card bag. I'm going to press this download button, and it comes right here to my downloads, just like a regular download. And file not found. Go to shop. Interesting. I'll troubleshoot that in a moment. So you're going to download your file, and then you're just going to bring it right in here into Design Space, and it looks exactly like this.
Not saying you haven't mentioned it, because I'm not paying much attention. We'll mention it about 6,000 more times. But did you mention that our website is on a super sale?
I did not.
Super sale. Super sale. It's $100 off because we're crazy.
Off. It makes it $99 for an entire year.
Normally
it's $199.
Take advantage of our mental illness right now, which is giving you guys $100 off of your yearly membership.
Yes.
You got to use the code HURRY.
Yes.
HURRY. Hurry.
We honestly don't know how long we're going to run this.
No idea. No idea. We're putting it in our lives. We're putting it in the pre-recorded content that we have going out for you guys.
Yep.
We want you guys to enjoy this. This is a great fall, and Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas is a phenomenal time to join, to be able to
we
make
want to
decor
onboard people for
your
a couple of
homes.
reasons. One, we have to pay our bills here, and two, we love having a large community of crafters because it gives us more perspective, more insight, more ideas.
Oh, the diversity of the crafters we have is phenomenal.
I love it. Okay, so over in Design Space, I have my cut file uploaded here. I am going to be using a Maker today. You can use an Explore Series machine or your Venture. You just need a scoring stylus. I'll probably use the single scoring wheel just because that's my preference for paper crafting. Again, whatever. So this is what the cut file looks like. You just have to ungroup. And then what you're going to do is grab this layer right here. See that layer? Don't move it. Leave it exactly where it is, but select it. come up to operations, and right now it is set as a cut line. You need to change that to a score line, and when you do, it goes from a solid line to a dashed line. And then what you want to do is select both layers. So this is your paper, these are your score lines, and you're going to attach those score lines to the bag. That's what we have right there. Amazing. Now, because I want to do it, I am going to, well, I'm going to leave these right here. All these are going to be cut out of the same paper. So I like that. Now, at this point, if you're using regular cardstock, go ahead and click Make It, insert your cardstock, and go along with it. However, I am going to be making my own paper. So let's go to Illustrator. You could also go to Canva. You could go to Affinity Designer. You could go to Silhouette Studios, whatever you want to design in. I'm going to start out with a new artboard that's 8.5 by 11 inches because that's the size paper I'm going to be using today. We'll press Create. And then I am going to go ahead and grab my rectangle tool, and I'm just going to make a little color palette here. So the color palette that I'm going to be using today has 5 different colors. So I'm going to put 5 squares right here. Now, Rachel, if you'll go overhead for just a second. This is the color palette that we're using today. Look how beautiful all these colors are. And then when you flip over, it has the name of the color, and it also has your hex code. So these hex codes, the hashtag with the numbers and letters behind it, are called hex codes, and you can actually use these in Design Space too. Back over in Design Space, let me show you really quickly where you use those. So if you wanted to change the color of this to one of those, you're going to come up here and you're going to go to Advanced, and then you just type in your hex code right here. So say for instance we want this to be the artichoke. Let's see, 5E8559, and then it automatically changes it to that artichoke color. So super easy. Yes, Rachel.
Can you increase the size of the bag? Miss Linda wants to know.
You can, yeah, as big as you want. That will fit on
print the cut.
Or if you have a Cricut Venture and want to cut it out of a piece of
Big bag.
Like out of a
poster board. Yeah, in fact, I may do that after the live.
poster board here?
Yeah, we do.
And you know, you can iron on paper.
And
so
I have a scoring stylus. If we have time at the end of this, I'll make a big one for you all. I think that would be fine. But yes, Rachel, you can iron on paper.
So if you wanted to make a huge one and you can't print and cut or anything.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so I'm just going to make my own little color palette here that I can easily reference. So I have the crimson, which is B2000E. Then I have, let me take the stroke off of these. I don't want the stroke. Remove that. Then I have the mulberry, which is A6016A.
Can you still put hex codes in Design Space?
I just showed them. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sorry.
That's okay. FF0092 is our magenta. Meadowlark is EEDE55. And then we have our artichoke again, which is 5E8559. Okay, so here's our little color palette we're going to be using. Now what I want to do is just create the background color. So I'm going to grab a square from my basic shapes, click right here, and then I'm going to put in the width as 8.5 by 11. And then I'm going to align this center and vertical. I don't necessarily want this to be the background color. I'm trying to think if all of these would pop well on it. And I think the only color in this color palette that would pop well with all of them is the magenta. So I'm going to make the background of this magenta. So to do that,
we do have a membership question just when you're ready. Go ahead. You can go ahead and finish this part and then let me know.
So to make the background of this from over here, I just select this and I'm going to push I, which is a hotkey for the dropper tool. You can also just come over here and select it. And then whatever I hover over and click, it becomes that color. So that's a really easy way to color your graphics. Now this is part of our Illustrator course teaches all of this. So if you want more in-depth information on how to do this, because I'm sort of having to fly through it since we are live, then we do have that Illustrator course. And if you're interested in it, I can give you a special discount on it. Email me hello@oakenlam.com and I will help you out with that.
And now, just because it weaves so good into the question we
Yes.
have, I think it's Miss Lisa. She has a really neat font on her name.
Okay.
But she says, question, does the membership give instructions on other suggested websites to use like AI and Canva, etc.? I'm considering subscribing to the Oakenland membership and want to ensure I get all the details I need.
Yeah, actually, if you want to answer that, that would be amazing.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. We have so many instructional videos and help on all things Cricut. And then, like Becca said, she has a really phenomenal Illustrator course. So if you're wanting training on how to create cut files and things like that, then her course is phenomenal. Now, this is not the first Illustrator course Becca has created. This is the third. They always get better. They always get more honed in and more concise and wonderful. So she is, of course, she's a graphic designer. That's what she does for a living. So she teaches us how to design cut files in a way that anybody can understand it. So if you don't necessarily just want to Cricut all day long, if you want to start selling designs that you make yourself, then you can absolutely do that with the Illustrator course. So Becca teaches on Illustrator often, just like this. She pops it into lots of lives, so it's actually a really great tool when you start Cricketing. You kind of fall in love with the idea of, you know, what can I make next? And then you want to start creating things you see in like Hobby Lobby or Pottery Barn. And maybe you don't want to keep paying for cut files over and over to make these project dupes. So you can make them yourself, simple and easy. It's way easier than you might think. So we love to train you guys on all kinds of stuff, not just software related, but, you know, in your home, woodworking, you know, all about printers, laser printers, laser cutters, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so, I was going to say one reason I even got into graphic design, one, I was sort of forced to, but two, in my head, I always know what I want, and I can never find exactly what I want. It's sort of a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, it's good to be picky.
Because I am a graphic designer, now I can just make it. I don't have to look for it and worry about it.
Or if you see something and you love it, but you hate like 5% of this aspect or that aspect, you can just make it. But let us know if you have any other questions, Lisa.
Right now, I'm doing, I think, the most difficult part of the entire thing, and that's trying to find two fonts that I like together that are sort of girly. I know I want to use Vision, so let's go ahead and add that one. So I'm just going to add a text box like this, and I want to type in Emery Fallon.
I think that burgundy's going to look like trash on there.
Oh, well, I didn't choose the color palette. The color palette chose me.
Nice.
And then I'm just going to do this and duplicate. Probably that many times. We'll get rid of that one. And then, first of all, let's go ahead and rotate this because we're going to be printing it out this way.
Nanette said, I hate looking for fonts. It can be really overwhelming.
Yeah. And then I want to increase the size of this so that it fits nicely right here. And then I need to find a font that goes really well with this. I love this font. That's called Vision. It's really cute. I think it's really easy to read, but it still looks handwritten, which I like. Now I need something really simple. Hold on, I might know what I want to use.
Like, I don't think we have a font pairing video.
I don't think we do either.
We gotta have that.
Emery
I love those
Fallon.
videos.
Let's see about.
What about that tall Jim or slim Jim or?
Tall Jim.
I might use.
There's like a skinny Jim or something. Maybe a maker's font. I can't remember.
Josephine.
Long John.
I think you're all over it, Anna.
Oh no, something like that though.
That might be too thick. Okay, give me just 2 seconds and I'll look again.
Take
for
your
something
time.
a little bit thinner.
You gotta get it right.
I have to get it right. It needs to look good. She's very picky.
She is. You've already said that before.
Yep, she did.
Do I just need to turn your mic off? Are you gonna add to this conversation?
My word, you guys are so nice to each other. It's such a joy.
I called her a name right before the live.
She did. It was a
name I
very ugly
cannot
name. It was a
repeat.
very ugly. We would be demonetized. It was a BITCH name.
Oh. Because
Yeah.
she told me that she had 4 more inches of sleeve than I do, and I told her she
Okay,
wasn't good.
can we just talk about the fight was that Anna's cold and I'm not, and she thinks I'm not cold because I have a short sleeve shirt on and she has on a tank top. That's what we fight about.
Yes, and so then she told me that she only had 4 more inches of sleeve than I did, and I said, well, I know you can't measure but it's a lot more than 4. So I got the measuring tape, and it was 14 3/4.
You let her measure, Rachel?
She did.
That's where you went
What am I going to do? Hit her?
I
The problem
would.
is that Rachel wears her shirts entirely too big, so her short sleeves are actually 3/4 sleeves that come down to her elbows.
I'd rather look like I was wearing a hot air balloon than my son's shirt.
I'm about to give up here. You guys are so mean today.
Well, only to each other. I've been nice to you, I think.
You have.
You brought me bagels and pizza and everything.
Tell them what we made today. Tell them about what we made. Maybe.
Nobody's going to like it. They're all going to judge and hate.
No,
just
Kat
like
made
the
it.
warm banana
Kat made
pudding.
it.
Becca made, what do you call it, Anna?
It's pineapple casserole.
They call it pineapple casserole. It's pineapple, like canned pineapples, sugar, a little bit of flour, and cheddar cheese, and a whole stick of butter, and some Ritz crackers. It's delicious.
It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. It is phenomenal.
I should have had this already. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's do this one. Libra. That doesn't really look good either, though. Quit distracting me. Anna distracts me, and then she gets mad at me because I have ADD and get distracted.
Nanette, she is actually looking at the font book on her computer. So if you have a Mac and you go to the like overall search bar, you can type font book, and that is what she is looking. That's what she's looking up the fonts on. So these are all the ones she already has downloaded on her computer. I personally, if you're looking for free fonts, most of which have a free commercial use license, I love DeFont. I love DeFont.
It's Tall Timmy, but I still don't love it.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Sounds sweet. It is very sweet.
All right, I'm going with this one.
It's sweet, but it's very good.
Okay. But no, tell them what we did different.
Oh, well, instead of adding regular canned pineapple, there is a new brand at Walmart called Better Goods. If you guys have not tried it, literally everything from that brand is absolutely phenomenal and priced exquisitely.
And the packaging is really
The packaging
cute.
is so cute. But anyways, so we got this big jar of pineapples, less than like $5 for this huge like 24-ounce jar, and they are cut up pineapples in a little bit of pineapple juice syrup.
They're so good.
But it's filled to the top with coconut water. It's so good. It tastes like a pina colada.
Did you pick the exact
delicious.
same one I'd already picked out?
It's delicious.
That is his.
Out of 500,
Hysterical.
I picked the same one.
No, it's not the exact same one, but it's very close. That is so funny.
I also picked that one.
Okay, so I have this one and I have this one, and I just want to duplicate these. So let's go ahead, Command C, Command V to copy and paste.
Twins.
Place it right here, and then I'm going to select all of them. I have Shift held in so that I can click and select more. Command C, Command V to copy and paste. I'm going to select everything, hold in Shift, select that so that it deselects. Command C, Command V to copy and paste. And you can see where we're going with this.
And Becca, we have another question for you from
Okay.
Miss Marie. Maria? Mama Disney, that's Maria.
Yeah.
She says, question, I think Becca mentioned a new course. Does it happen to be Canva related?
No.
No.
I've never worked much in Canva.
Is that the one that's free?
Yeah.
Is
I'm
it-
willing to look into Canva.
She said, I was going to purchase one, but wanted to check with Oak and Lamb first, which, by the way, is literally the sweetest
It
thing
is so
ever.
sweet, yeah.
She said, I do have the Illustrator with the flock for work, but I have, for home, but I have Canva at work.
Okay. I'll look into Canva because I mean design is pretty similar. It's just finding the actions and different things in it. But yeah, I mean
I think
I'll
we've
look into it.
mentioned our overall goal for our next course is going to be something that literally anyone can use. It's going to be, I know we've mentioned it, it's going to be a woodworking course is
or
what
a
we hope.
handyman.
Yeah, handyman type.
man. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't need these. I'm going to delete them. And now I'm going to select everything, hold in Shift, select this background so it deselects. So now I just have these selected. Now what I want to do is align these. So I'm going to press align like this. And then I want to press more options and come down here, and this is going to distribute these vertically so that they are evenly distributed.
That doesn't look right.
What's the font book equivalent for a different? Do we know? I don't know.
On PC?
Yeah.
You know
You
why
remember?
it doesn't look right? Because
It's because of the
this.
tails.
Yeah.
It is. That's correct.
So what I'm going to do is just select these and bring them up a little bit. I don't know on a PC. Those of you who have a PC, what is the font book equivalent? Let me know. That's better. Okay, so now I'm going to go through and change the colors. I'm not going to use this one, obviously, because I have that as a background color. So let's grab the fourth one, because I'm just going to do alternating. Use my eye tool. Select this. There we go. Now I'm going to select this one, hold in shift to select this one. Still holding in shift. Use my eye tool, and then I will select this color. Select, shift, hold in, eye tool, and then purpley. I might need to use the light green as my background color.
You do.
Okay, so that's an easy fix. All I'm going to do is select this, change it to light green. Oh, that's terrible.
Is that green?
Oh God, that looks more yellow to me.
That's horrible.
It's horrible.
That's disgusting.
Just Country Girl said it's probably called Character Map, but I don't know. We all use Mac around here. I hate that we can't help you with that super quick.
Green background, Becca. Green background.
I like that. I mean, this is all just, yeah, that looks good.
A lot better.
Okay. So then, actually, I don't want to get rid of those quite yet. We'll select all of this. Rotate it.
Christina, you can do this technique and process in Design Space. It will just you're going to bog her
It will
down.
be bogged down.
She'll be bogged down
Yeah.
and pretty slow. That's 100% the route I would have taken because I don't do Illustrator because Becca does. So why would I need to? But Becca, I love that we're all different. But Anna would have done this a different way. I would have done it a different way.
I'd
Becca
have
would
done
have
it
done
by
it.
hand and
Oh,
colored it
jeez.
in with like crayons or something.
Jeez. But you absolutely can do this in Design Space.
Okay, so that we'll print that in a sec. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and print it now. I'm going to print this one on the copy paper because I don't want it to be so thick that it doesn't fold well, because this is going to be the actual
Becca,
bag.
the bottom yellow is supposed to be purple.
Oh, it is, yeah. It doesn't matter. I won't be using that
Thank
one
you,
anyway.
Carly.
I won't be using that one anyway. But thank you. Did I get the rest of them wrong? No. So I will only be cutting from like here up. Good catch. Okay, so let's go ahead and print it. We're going to print, set up, continue, and I'm printing from the rear tray with best quality. Go ahead and press print. And while that's printing out, I'm going to also do another, pattern with the same color. So again, I'm going to copy and paste this. Get rid of this. Actually,
And yes,
I'm gonna
Miss
delete this. I
Penny,
don't
that
need it.
$99 membership is for the first year only. We only do a grandfathered in membership later in the year. We only do them once a year, but $99 off is the biggest discount we've ever given. $99 off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's $100 off, but yeah, it's for first year only.
So these, I'm just going to do like a striped pattern. And I'll figure out what I want to do here. I like that. Okay. And then I want to distribute these evenly. Right now they're overlapped, which doesn't really matter, but I'm crazy and just want them that way. Okay. Distribute. And then, because I want this to be more like this, I'm going to make it smaller. Copy and paste these. Similar to what we did earlier. And then I can delete that. I'll ungroup this one and get rid of this. And then make this a little bit smaller. And then all I'm going to do is drag this down so that it fills the entire 8.5 by 11. Just like this. And then we can print this one. I'm going to use the heavier cardstock for this one. Make sure that you are using this one printed out really pretty, matte paper setting. Look how pretty this printed out.
Better than it looked on the computer.
Oh,
Looks yeah. Well, yeah. But look,
I know. I had such high hopes for that color swatch.
it looks great on here. It did look bad on the computer though. It's so weird. That's why we use hex codes and not just because people's computers are like the coloration and stuff is changed on people's computers.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, Kat, absolutely. It is an excellent price for a year. It's kind of like the super sales or like the dollar memberships for a month. It's kind of like a trial, except you're trying our membership for the best deal ever, which is our yearly membership. The monthly will end up costing you a lot more after the year than the yearly membership would. So by trying it out for $99 for 365 days, you're really getting a good deal.
So over in Design Space, I'm just going to click Make It. So we've done everything that we need. You can see our bag is right here. Because my paper had a white border around it from where I printed it, I want to just move my image down a little bit so that I don't accidentally have some of it cut into that white. Not a big deal. Same with these. I think my baby's crying. Press Continue. And then we'll connect to our machine. Come on. And then I'm going to type in copy paper for my material setting. And it does tell me to grab. Wait, why is it not telling me? Score and basic. There it is, scoring, single scoring wheel. If you don't have the scoring wheel, you can press Edit tool and select your scoring stylus.
I gotta tell you, most of the times I prefer the scoring stylus anyhow, because that goes in clamp A, and then you can keep your regular blade in clamp B. If you're super lazy, then that's really fun.
I don't always love it though, because I feel like sometimes it
yeah,
webs through papers
that's the
and stuff
whole
like that.
difference is the scoring stylus drags where the wheel rolls. So
yeah.
if it's something printed, I think it's a great practice to
Right.
get into the scoring wheel.
So I have this on my paper in the top left-hand corner, or on my mat, and then I'm just going to go ahead and load it. Load my scoring wheel in clamp A. Or clamp B, I'm sorry.
Like I must say, I think that your bun looks really good today.
Does it?
I mean, it looks
Thank
good
you.
every day you make it, but I really like the little, it looks really good
Thank
up there today.
you. Thank you, thank you. Here's our other paper. Look how pretty that turned out.
There.
Now,
Ooh,
this
she's
yellow,
gorgeous.
It does look really yellow compared to this, though. That's interesting. But again, that could be
on the camera. It looks dead on.
calibration. Yeah. Okay. So it's going to score and it's going to cut. Then I'll remove it from the mat, and then we'll put this one in, and it will cut. And then we'll put this thing together. It's really easy. I'm going to be using a bone folder. You don't have to have a bone folder. You could use like the edge of your scraper tool or a non-serrated butter knife. You could use a credit card, whatever. This just makes the folds and seams really nice.
Kat said, Becca, you always amaze me with your creativity. Not that you other two aren't, but I think I have more of a, quote, Becca brain.
That's why we're all here. That's why we have 3 different educators, because and some people cannot stand the way that I teach. Some people can't stand the way I put colors together.
Same for me,
choices.
same for Anna.
Right, which is why we love to have such a diverse teaching.
We're all so different. We all have such different craft passions too.
Yeah.
Like some things that Anna jumps up and down about, I'm like,
We're like,
you do you, Anna, whatever. Same thing with Becca, same thing with me. I could be super into a project. Becca's like, you do, it's great. But it's phenomenal because there's so many billions of people out in the world that have different creative brains and minds and stuff. So it's good that we have such diversity, not just with the teachers, but with our community. Oh my Lord, the flock has so many incredible, inspirational, phenomenal crafters in it.
so it did the scoring. And like Rachel said, the benefit of using a scoring stylus over this is that it would have automatically gone and started cutting because it uses both clamps. So I wouldn't have had to change that out. If I'm doing a bunch of them, I think that would be an issue. Since I'm just doing this one. Not so much. This is so cute. I absolutely love this project. I had a different project on the schedule for today. And was it yesterday I texted you? Just not feeling it, Rachel. Can I do this other? Because I made this cut file. I was really excited. This is what happened. I was at Walmart checking out, and I look over, and there's this little tiny bag that was a gift card bag, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute, but I hate the pattern. I bet I could make that. So I bought the bag, took it apart, made a cut file.
Isn't that phenomenal? That's what knowledge does, guys. It's so, so cool.
So because this is copy paper, it is a little more delicate than traditional cardstock or like your craft board cardstock like this. So you're definitely going to want to be careful when you remove it. I like to remove the excess first and then remove your mat from your paper. Even then, because it's copy paper, it wants to roll on you, which is not a big deal.
Just very lightly.
Yeah.
And Nanette, what happened to the Oak and Lamb sign in the background?
Life happened to it, Nanette.
We're on this is cinder block. We're in a basement right now, and it's cinder block. So whenever we got our beautiful frames for the backdrop, we didn't have any do you call it like a cinder block drill bit or like a?
Yeah.
We didn't have anything like that to anchor it down just yet, and whatever we stuck it up there with, I think it was like some kind of Gorilla Putty
tape stuff.
Something.
Yeah, which was actually highly recommended.
And it did good for a couple weeks, and they kept falling. And those were not cheap frames at all. So instead of them keep falling and we're liable to break one, we decided to lean up the 4 panels and then wait on the Oak and Lamb.
Yeah. So. It's a fine point blade. I am using craft board, so it will do 2 cuts. And while that is cutting out, we're going to go ahead and fold this. Now, not every fold will go, you'll have mountains and valleys, right? Yep. But when I do folding, I just go ahead and fold everything in the exact same way, and then figure out which one is mountain, which one is valley later on. So I just start on one side, and a lot of times it's easier, especially with like this pattern, to flip it over and look. Just do whichever way that you want. So we're just going to fold them all in mountains, which means you're folding down. Peek up like a mountain. Mountain.
I like that.
Yes.
Miss Brenda, I actually don't do filled cupcakes very often. I definitely won't do them for an order. There's all types of cupcakes out there. The only cupcake that should be filled is a dense cupcake, and I do not make dense cupcakes.
No,
my
your cupcakes are not dense at all.
Light as a feather, and if you let them sit too long, they literally get wet. Like they're very, very. There's a pan of water in the oven involved. It's a super light cupcake. I mean, if it drops on the floor, it's going everywhere because.
But they're the
so
best
light.
Cupcakes you've ever had in your life.
Because of that, Miss Brenda, it does not hold anything inside of it very good at all. Only a dense cake does. So unfortunately, I don't do that. I've done it for like friends' gender reveals and things, but they don't end up phenomenal with the cupcake recipe I have. Thank you for asking, though. That's so sweet. Masonry bit. Thanks, Scott. You're always there with the with the proper terms for us.
Okay.
Christina, my MLB would skin me alive and kill me if I
For that
shared
recipe?
my cupcake recipe.
It took me several years to even ask for it.
It's true.
I was scared.
It's true.
I was scared.
I figure, I mean, if I would just, I told Beck I'd have to kill her if she shared it. So, I mean, the circle is extremely small. It's family and it's Becca.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, she knows that she'll be in the ground if she shares it.
Would
So,
be in the ground, yeah.
She had to sign a
Waiver.
waiver and it.
Yeah. Okay, so these pieces right here that I cut out with the tag are for stability. So you're going to put, well, 2 of them are for stability and 2 of them are to hold in our thread, which actually I kind of think that this looks good with it. So I think I'm going to go with it. So what we want to do first, this top part folds down and creates like the lip at the top of the bag, right? What we do first is put in our stabilizer. So let's grab some adhesive. Put some adhesive on these stabilizing pieces.
Kat said, I'm amazed that the creases aren't taking ink out of the copy paper.
Well, that's because I use copy paper. When I
Anything
used
thicker, I bet it does.
when I used craft board, because I did test this out, when I used craft board, you could see it did when I would crease it. So that's why I elected.
It's basically the equivalent of white cord cardstock at that point.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to go right here in the middle of this one. You can also put it down here if you want to. It doesn't matter which way you do it. This one's going to go right here. You don't see these. They don't have to be out of this pretty paper if you don't want it to be. I just went ahead and did it because it was easier.
Well, and you had a whole sheet of it.
And I
You
have a
might
whole
as
sheet
well.
of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm going to fold this down, and I have the stability of that there. Then I'm going to just fold this like a bag. This part right here goes over this part right here. Yeah, let's do this first. So I'm going to put adhesive right here. Fold over and then hold this. I love this because
They line up.
almost.
The little name. Oh, so close. It's so cute.
Yeah, that's so funny. I love it being wet adhesive. You would think it would take forever, but it really doesn't. I really love this
You're
stuff.
adding such a thin line, such a thin layer.
Then I'm going to put adhesive right here on this piece.
See how thin she's applying it? That's like key.
Yeah.
It like tacks up instantly and bonds with that paper.
Just don't need much of it. Fold this part down.
I would have never in a million years thought to use wet adhesive on this.
Just like this.
Yes, Christina. So the other paper is a thick cardstock. That's a little bit of a stabilizer paper that Becca used. And then the actual bag is copy paper. So it's pretty thin.
And I didn't make it a part of the cut file because they didn't have a stabilizer in the one that I purchased, but I might add it. I think I like the idea of having another piece right here on the bottom.
I love that you bought the bag just to rip it apart and make a cut file.
Yeah, I did. I did. So while we're just standing here, let me just make that really quick. How big is that bottom? And it needs to be a little bit smaller. So we are at right at 1 inch by 3 inches. So 1 inch by 3 inches. So let me grab my paper cutter really quickly. I have no idea where it is. And we'll make it a little bit smaller than 1 inch by 3 inches. And like I said, I'll add this to the cut file for you all. That's how thick it is. It doesn't want to cut all the way through the. Yeah. So we'll make it 7/8 inches.
What bands are you rocking today, Becca? What stack you got?
They're just backward.
Oh.
Rolling around on me. By 2 7/8 inch. And then this will fit in the bottom really nicely. Right in the bottom, like, what did I do? Was it 1 7/8 and not? I'm measuring like you. It was 1.5. What did I do? 1.5 by 3. I'm sorry, guys. Just wasted your time with that.
I would have measured it right the first time.
You would have.
What are
you going to do in between? There we go. That's better. Stabilize that bottom. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Then what we want to do, you can see how that just folds in like this. This folds in like this, and you can fold up your little bag like you ordinarily would.
It's a baby bag.
So stinking
it's
cute.
So cute.
And then open it back up. Okay, so we're going to take these right here. Glue this back down. Glue this right here. Take some string. We're going to put our string through here. I do front to back. I don't guess it really matters what you do. This is almost too thick. Come on, here we go. And then you just need not a ton. So grab one of these. You're going to put your string like this, adhesive on this, and then glue this to the inside of the bag. So it just keeps it on like that, right? So there's a couple of ways you could do this. You could lay it on like this, and then take ATR if you want and go right over it. You could also do a piece of tape so that it doesn't move on you, because you don't want this to come out. So just like a clear piece of tape. It doesn't matter, you're not going to see it.
I think this little part is what makes it look super professional. Just
and
like
then
tucking those in like that.
Then adhesive, whatever paper adhesive you want. And this goes on either side of the bag. It doesn't matter. This tape is stuck on my finger now. I'm just going to leave it.
It's now a part of you.
It's now a part of me. Just like this. And hold it until it has adhered. God, I'm dying. These are the cutest things ever. I've got to figure out what to put in these to give to my children because they are so cute. And they're not even going to care. They're going to be like, yeah, that's great, Mom. That's
You're too much of a, you've been a Pinterest mom for too long.
I know.
Now they're just desensitized. Good morning, Miss Crystal.
Again, you don't want like a huge long handle. Same thing on this side. Gonna taper down. And then glue it.
I'm doing all right, Miss Crystal. Thank you. I don't know what Becca and them told you on Tuesday.
Everything.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Everything. Hey, do you want to grab me? Do you guys want to stick around and do a huge one? I know what the answer is going to be. So if you want to grab me,
Which color?
it doesn't matter. There we go. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love these things. I don't know why. I love tiny things anyway, and then I love personalized things and the colors that I got to choose. Like, I think they're so stinking cute. I absolutely love them. I hope you guys have loved this too. Now we're going to cut out a huge one. How big are these? 28 by 24? Okay. 28 by 24. I'm going to put this on the floor and bray it really quick. Sorry, I wasn't planning to do this, or I would have had the space for it. So you can't use the scoring wheels in the Venture. You have to use a scoring stylus, which is fine. So let's go back over to Design Space really quick. Back over to Design Space, and then I'll resize this and change my machine. So we're using the Venture. So when we size this, we need to size everything together because we need our support things. Okay, let me go ahead and do this too. This was going to be the base at 2.8. 2.8, and then the height was 4. Okay, 2.8, 1.4. So when we size this, we have to size everything together. So what I'm going to do to do that is put all this right here on top of it. Sorry.
You okay?
I am, yes. And then I'll select all of this and size it all together. So the width, the biggest width would be, what, 27.5? And that makes it 18.09. Okay, and so since I did that and all of this size together, how big is this now? It's a huge tag, a 6-inch tag. We're going to leave it. And then do you think I can get on this on a piece of craft or copy paper? No. Unless we may have to do 2. That's fine. Okay. On a mat, 24 by 28. Score. I guess I could use another piece of poster board.
You can.
Just trying to get the most out of my board here. Not that I think we'll actually keep it. Okay. She's on. Thank you, Rachel.
You're very welcome.
I love how quick this thing is. And I will not be using wet adhesive for this. I will definitely be using the ATR gun. Be a lot of adhesive. We're going to use the poster board setting. And scoring stylus is in A. I currently have a deep point blade. What did I cut with that? Okay. Technically, I should put the stabilizers down, but I'm not going to.
I think it'll yell at you and make you. Mine made me take them out the other day.
This one back here?
Yeah.
The extra one?
Mm-hmm. Mine made me take them out.
While that's cutting, I'm going to grab another.
I can get one. What color would you like?
It doesn't matter. Whatever makes your heart happy, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Look at this. Look how fast she is. Oh, it's good stuff. Kat, you're not the first person who's told me I'm mesmerizing.
Oh, I'm glad I was on the front facing camera for that.
She done.
She done.
Done. So it's not gonna be huge.
I think that's a good size.
I mean, it's big. You think Anna's hurting my baby up there?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Grab my brayer here. What'd I do with my brayer? Oh gosh. Sorry.
She's literally. She's braying on the floor.
My face is probably all red. How are the kiddos doing? They are doing good. Thank you for asking. Beckett is having a little bit of trouble. You all know he has ADHD. And we're having trouble regulating his medicine. Not happy with what he's been on because he's having some extreme emotions, which also is because he is 11 years old and that's going to be normal. So we've started the process of changing that out, and you can be praying for us that we find a good combination for him. Love his little heart. Fallon is doing amazing. That kid she's just a solid kid. And it's hard. Like, I have to remind myself that she's 7 because so many times she seems so much older. And then she does something that's kind of babyish. And I'm like, oh, and I want to like berate her for that and be like, why are you doing that? And then I'm like, wait, she is a baby. She's 7. She can barely even tie her shoes. Like, so that's hard. But she's an amazing kid. She really is.
I've never once, and I knew Fallon when she was 3. I've never treated her, which honestly is probably bad on my part sometimes. I've never treated her like her age because she's so advanced for her age.
Even when she was like 2, she seemed like she was 4 because she was doing things that like Beckett would do. Like Beckett learned to ride his bike without his training wheels. She was 3 years old. She also learned to ride her bike without training wheels. Beckett learned to write his name. She learned to write. Like, they're 3.5 years difference, but she was always doing the things that Beckett was doing.
She will just have an intellectual conversation with you, and and again, this was years ago. I just can't wrap my mind around how deep she thinks and how far ahead she is in her mind. Man, that brain of hers. She's one smart, determined, fierce cookie. She really is.
And then Harrison, Lord have mercy, that kid. He is hysterical.
And I think the sheet's just too big to focus on the overhead. It's just mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave you guys here.
Harrison is a chatty patty. He is Anna texting about the baby or something else?
I haven't gotten any text from
Okay, I just got a text. We went to Walmart today, and we were picking out, those juice, what's it called? Good to Grow juice that have the characters on them, and they're stupid expensive, and I rarely buy them for my children, but I was like, okay, we'll get them today. And we shared them with our friends. So he got one for Chapman, he got one for Charlie, he got one for Beckett and Fallon, and we were there for 20 minutes picking out all of these specific characters, and
they're all different.
Yeah. And they're all what they would like.
Did you find a Lightning McQueen for Bex?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes. And the conversation, it was just the loudest conversation. I think everybody in all of Walmart heard him talking about picking these characters out because the child has two pitches or tone or volumes. This is going to be difficult to fold all the way across. He is super flipping loud, or he whispers.
I love him whispering. He was whispering at the doctor's office Monday in my lap. He was like, "Oh, Pookie, that's my mama over there. He's got baby Pearson." And I'm like, "Oh, does she?" Because you have to whisper back to him. And I love his Charlie's never whispered a day in his life. I love Harry's whisper.
When, those things that kids fill out, like what's something that your mom always says to you, his is going to say, use an inside voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That worked really well, by the way. Just get a long edge.
And what about the baby that's currently crying upstairs right now? What about him?
If you asked Anna, she would say he's the worst baby in the entire world. I think
he's not.
He cries. I mean, babies cry.
He's not. He's so cute.
I love him.
You can look at him across the room and he'll grin at you.
He just had vaccinations on Tuesday and he was snotty anyway, so he didn't feel great. And then, yeah, fun times. We signed, last night on our new home.
Whoop, whoop.
So that's exciting. I'm going today to meet with the insurance adjuster and the contractor who's going to be doing the repairs. I'm really excited. And then Monday, we'll be having our real estate agent come out, take pictures, who she hires for photos, to take photos, and then we will be listing our home. So you guys can be praying with us that it is a quick sale.
Guys, if any of you want to move to Morristown, it's a great location, great school district. You can spit on a food city.
Move in ready.
It's a beautiful, I really do love her house.
The only reason we're moving is because
you have 4 children.
Well, I mean, even then, the rooms upstairs are so huge. We could have made it work.
I mean, Becca, you moved in though with half the kids you have now.
Yeah. The only reason we're moving is because when Wayne and I first got married, we drove around, and this particular neighborhood, it was a pipe dream for us to live in this neighborhood. And then we got this incredible offer. Perfect house for us. It is a fixer-upper, which not terrible. It's not like,
like
God.
Early 2000s fixer-upper.
Yeah.
Like not.
Yeah.
That tag is huge.
It's huge. I'm excited. And so I'm just really excited about it.
You deserve it, Becca. Got so much room. Those kids will really be able to spread out in there.
Well, I'm just most excited about, I think we're going to start hosting a home group at our house. Right now, we're a part of the Welch's home group. I haven't even talked to them about this. So, Lisa, if you are watching, we'll talk about it later. I think that's one thing Wayne and I were talking about. You know, we think that we're supposed to host things like that in our home, and because we have the space for it now. And so, I'm just really excited to be able to do that.
I mean, as someone who's also just never really ever had a home that you could host in, to being able to be the host, it's so much fun. It is so much fun. It opens up so many opportunities. It's so
well,
fun.
I mean, we hosted some smaller things in our current home, but not to like the size and stuff that I would want. Like if I wanted to throw a big party for one of my kids, then I ask Mom or Rachel or somebody like that. Our house was 2,600 square feet, but the actual living area was not huge.
Yeah. Becca's house right now is bigger than this one upstairs, the living space. It's bigger. The layout is what it is. The layout is just so different.
I put this on the wrong side. This one comes off in teeny. I'm just going to put it on the inside. This one comes off in teeny tiny little bits.
It'll be fine.
This is supposed to wrap around the front of it, FYI.
I think it might, now that you got it down, it might work on
Well,
the
but I
overhead
have the
camera now.
adhesive on it.
No, I mean the camera. I think the camera's fine to go overhead now since you've got it folded up a little bit. It didn't like it when it was one big old sheet.
We're just going to have adhesive on that side. Oops. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the best adhesive for this would be. I just want my ATG gun back. Sound a little whiny about that.
You want what you want, Becca.
I know. The heart wants what the heart wants, Rachel. There we go. Okay.
Becca, did you ever get something from an ice cream truck when you were little? Did you ever do that?
No. Why?
Oh, dang. I was just wondering, what would you pick from an ice cream truck?
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It just depends. Depends on what mood I'm in, Rachel.
It's true. Never the snow cone. That's never what anyone wants. It's just a block of ice.
The what?
Snow cone. It's a pre-packaged block of ice that has a little bit of flavoring in it. It's horrible. You strike me. What do you strike me as? Do you like that strawberry thing?
With the weird little crumblies on it? I mean, I'll eat it. There's not much I won't eat in an ice cream truck.
Same, Becca. Same.
You know, I'm not really one for bomb pops. I'm probably going to go for a good ice cream sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Or if they have it like a Twix bar, ice cream Twix.
I think the character ones are nasty. Like the SpongeBob
with the
ones
weird eyeballs.
They have like the black bubblegum eyes.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
I agree.
They're
It's
not very
disgusting.
good.
This is the ugliest bag in the entire world.
You told me to choose colors that make me happy.
Do what?
So I did.
I didn't. No, it's not because of that, Rachel. It's because of this.
No one can see that. It's okay.
It's okay.
The strawberry shortcake, yes, Nanette, those are good. But I'm kind of with Becca there. I don't think anybody could bring me something I won't eat. I'll even eat the SpongeBob with the weird
No, I would too.
black
I
bubble
wouldn't
gum.
choose
If
it, but I
someone
would
brings
certainly
to
eat
me.
it.
What am I gonna do?
Choco
no?
tacos, I'm not a huge fan of. You like them?
I love chocolate because it's soggy. You know I like soggy stuff.
Yeah, I like mine crunchy.
No, I want my drumsticks to be soggy. I want my nachos soggy. I'll get my nachos and let them really sit for a while. Oh, let me switch it. Oh my gosh, I keep clicking the fade to black button. Sorry.
I gotta write your name on it.
Can you write my name hilariously small on the tag that's 7 inches? Let's see. Doug Johnny.
Do you want it pretty or just tiny?
Pretty. Pretty and both. That's huge. I wanted it like pinky nail.
You gotta.
See, that's see.
I mean, I wanted to write it big.
Well, it's mine. If you ever make me rewrite my
You'll break out into Hobbs.
no, I'm just gonna make you do it.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, look! It's double-sided.
Oh, sure.
It's a double-sided bag.
That's really cute. Did you all enjoy this hour and a half live? Because Pearson didn't.
Anna's probably real mad at me, and I've got to make 2 more bags.
She needs to put a gift in it for you, Rach. Kat, if only she could fit in there. It's the best gift that I need. It's all I need. If Anna was down here,
She
I'd
would
be
be
cussing
dying.
at her.
She would be
I'd
dying.
just be cussing at Anna, but nothing but love. between us,
Who's
Becca.
live is next?
Mine? Well,
Oh.
no, never mind. It's yours, remember? Because my doctor's appointment got switched
I was
around.
gonna say I'm gonna leave this on here because I was hoping it was Anna. Now I'll have to clean it.
Because
Thank
it's
you all for
yours.
being live with us today. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little bit in Illustrator. I hope that you use this cut file. I hope you enjoy the website. For those of you who are members and have not used it, get on it. Thank you for being here with us. And we will be live next week. We will have pre-recorded content over the weekend.
Saturday and
Sunday. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe and turn on notifications so that you know every time we go live or post content. But have a fantastic rest of your week, everyone.